What up, y'all? Happy New Year. One more again. But let's try to not make it be another one like the other one. Let's make this one be special. Let's make this one all brand new. We came in the door with the last video saying we're going to bring in a whole new year, and a new you. The thing about it is we can't let that die and fall flat just because the New Year's ball done dropped and the countdown is over. Boots on the ground right now. Let's go. And we talk a lot about making goals and bringing things back to life, resuscitating them and everything like that. That's what it's all about. But the thing is, I don't want to just push that conversation without putting some meat to it. First things first, if you want to set a goal, and you got a goal that you haven't been accomplishing, a lot of times it might be because you're setting a goal and you ain't really got no game plan. We got to have a game plan in this thing. Why would you keep bumping your head on the same process over and over again and keeping on doing the same thing? That's basically the definition of insanity. So let's get right, let's get real right here. Let's go ahead and put our feet to the grindstone and make this thing happen. First things first, you want to set a goal, right? When you set that goal, write the vision, write it down and make it plain. Put it on paper. You know, you want to be able to measure what it is that you're trying to do. You know, I mean, it's not rocket science, but at the same time, don't tell me, yo, D, I want to be an astrophysicist and you can't even figure out the calculation of 25% of $100. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's keep this thing measurable, right? It's a goal. And the thing is, a lot of times, a bigger goal will tend to have a bunch of smaller goals within it, right? And so we got to scale back when we even first write it down to make sure we understand what it's going to take to get to the bigger goal. A lot of times you got to get there incrementally. It takes time. Like I said, it's not rocket science, right? But, you know, it's about respecting the process and trusting the process, though. So I say that to say I've had many times when I call myself having a goal all in my head, right? I done slept on it, thought about it, had that euphoric feeling every time I thought about it. And then when I set out, I fell flat on my face. And that didn't happen just one time, but numerous times on different occasions with different things that I said I wanted to do or be about, right? So let's just put that out there plain and simple. That's just a personal testimony. And so what I ended up realizing is that I needed to put some guardrails up in order to start making some real significant progress toward the things I said I want, right? So, I mean, is it a jokey joke? Is it a jokey joke or is we being serious? You know, this is the new year. I'm still going to draw back to that new year because it's the euphoric feeling that everybody have when the new year come in and you say, hey, let's pop it off. I'm finna do this year. It's good. It's lit. You know, hey, boots on the ground. Your homeboys and everybody ain't around you on this one. Now it's time for you to go to work. So, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it simple is like, just guess what? Let's go ahead and measure this thing out, right? And be serious and realistic about it, right? And so at the same time, when you got that goal, it's almost like saying you got macro goals and you got micro goals, right? So you got basically macro being bigger picture, micro being immediate, right? So I might see myself chasing this big goal down. That's the bigger picture. But all these little micro goals within that is what make it, help it get there, right? So that's what we want to really focus on. Write it down. That's number one. Write it down. And after you write it down, break it down. See what I'm saying? Write it down. That's the macro. Break it down. That's the micro, right? And within those micro goals, right? Those are your immediate things you need to do. You're talking about the hour, the day, the week, the month. See what I'm saying? If you're stretching out to a long-term goal, 3, 6, 9 months, you want to have those micro goals in there. See what I'm saying? And then at the same time, you wanna still feel comfortable with the fact that you done chose a goal that you can get to. Okay? So I'm trying to push the envelope on this, starting out with just setting the goal. Just asking yourself some deeper questions about what it is that you say you want, what it is that you say you're about, what you're about to do. Ask yourself some deeper questions that make you think, so that it'll allow you to accurately and with some integrity and significance write down and chart the course of getting to where you say you want to go, and get there actively and effectively this time. Not like last time. Not like last time. So we want to break that cycle of doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same result. If we didn't reach those goals last year for whatever reason, you had a whole lot of reasons. I'm pretty sure everybody got an excuse on why they did or didn't do something. We're going to try to kick those out the door right now and get with the program for this year, right? One more thing of very of much import is that as you set your goal, don't go tooting your horn and pumping your chest and everything about your newfound wealth or freedom or whatever it is that you're about to step into because of this goal, and you running your mouth and telling everybody and their mama. That ain't what it's about. I done fell flat on my face behind doing that same thing before too, right? First thing that do is open the door for somebody to come and compromise what you trying to build up, because guess what? Everybody ain't happy about your newfound success, your newfound love, your newfound freedom like you is. You need to hold them cards close to the chest. You know what I'm saying? And let your goal or your dream or your vision manifest. And then they see it. And guess what? When that happens, it's too late. They can't come just wipe you out of existence then. It's too late. You know what they say, the best way to kill a revolution is in its infancy. So if you're about to make some revolutionary changes in your life, making this new year and this new you go to the next level, you ain't got time to be running and inviting everybody into your little party. Do it in the quiet, man, and bring that thing home. You know, you say you want to go to, I want to make $1 million. Just put that scenario out there. A lot of people say, I want to have $1 million. You probably done had $1 million 1,000,000 times already, but at the same time, you never seen it in one lump sum. But the first thing you got to do, like I said, with those micro goals versus the macro is the million. The micro is maybe $1,000. Maybe you need to learn how to make $1,000 successfully and hold on to that. Then you wash, rinse, repeat until maybe you can get to 100,000. So now you got the blueprint for success. Then you keep washing, rinsing, and repeating, and by the time you look up within those macro goals, you done chipped your way to the millie. Here's the deal. New year, new you. Boss up about it. Get serious about it. Give yourself permission to break down the walls of your old self and doing things the way you used to do it. You're not going to teach your kid the hard way to do something. I hope. If I'm being fair, I feel like you're going to advise your child on the most efficient way to get something done, the efficient way to do things in today's world because of your understanding of it. So now what we got to do is turn around and point that finger right back at ourselves when we open our mouth to preach about how somebody else should be doing something or what have you, and apply it to ourselves. Let's make some changes, man. Let's make some changes. It's a whole lot going on out there. It's a whole world going on out there that we sometimes won't even experience just because we take the route of immediate gratification and shooting ourselves in the foot before we even give ourselves a chance to thrive. It's a wrap for me on that one. I love y'all. Guess what? It's more to come. Happy New Year. I'm out.